What's up, everybody? We're back another week. Going to talk a little bit about cancer and what's been going on with Jessica.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
It's been good.
She's laughing because I have to script this for her because she gets chemo brain and forgets.
It's been good. I've had some lower back pain and kind of tiredness, but nothing I can't handle.
It's been pretty good. So, you have chemo this week.
I have chemo this week on Friday.
And what will you be having?
I will be having Keytruda and Avastin, and then I'll take my Cytox in my mouth like I do every day.
And you have tests Friday morning, but we don't know what tests.
I'm wondering if it's the cortisol, because my cortisol was low, and they said, I don't know, they want me to come in earlier because I have to do these tests that they can only do in the morning, but I think that's what it is.
So hopefully that goes back up,
Mm-hmm.
which it has. I mean, it got lower and then it has elevated. Don't know if it's where it needs to be, but it's an improvement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the following Friday, the Valentine's Day, we have scans.
Yep.
So she'll have her scan to see where exactly we're at with the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel going into that? Because it's been a bumpy quarter.
It has. I always go into it thinking that they're gonna find something so that I'm not surprised, if that makes sense. So then if we go in and the scans are clear, then it's like, woohoo, you know.
Do you think you're in remission this time around?
No.
No. Well, you've had to miss a lot of treatments because of different situations.
Mm-hmm.
That sore that she has on her tummy from the hernia, they had to hold the Avastin because Avastin will hinder that from healing. But then it got to the point where the doctor and the oncologist is like, we have to start this. But you did go to wound care today, and
I went to wound care today, and it's getting better. It's not as deep, and it's starting to close up, so
we're making progress.
Let's hope that it can keep going in that direction.
So the scans, I'm thinking, I mean, the last time we had scans, you had like a microscopic spot on your lung, and just some a little bit tiny caking going on. So I'm hoping it's going to be about the same, that it hasn't spread any further, it hasn't gotten any larger. So hopefully you've had enough treatment to keep it there, because even at that, that's still a win, you know?
Yes, for sure.
So it's either going to be a great Valentine's Day, or it's going to be like, shit.
It'll be great
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
It'll be great no matter what.
So with her battling cancer and fighting cancer, you know, her immune system is a lot lower than normal. And with that lower immune system, her getting sick of any kind can really set her back, can take her a lot longer to recover from than most people recover from. And in our area, we're having this flu go around, I mean, just rapidly. It's so many people are catching it, and so we kind of put ourselves in a lockdown, so to speak. It's, you know, going out in public on only need to basis.
Yeah.
Which a lot of times, if we have to go somewhere to the store, she'll stay in the car, I'll go in, you know, to keep her from catching anything. But it's amazing, it's not amazing, it's, for lack of a better term, fucked up on how many people don't care and will go out in public knowing they have the flu, knowing they have the norovirus, knowing they have COVID. But people don't realize, you don't know the life that you can be putting in jeopardy with this. You know, you can't see that people have immune diseases, cancer, or fighting any kind of medical condition, but yet these people knowingly going out in public sick and spreading that all over is just, to me, just irritates the hell out of me. And like right now, our daughter is sick with the flu, the flu type A. And so we're having to stay away from her, which is hard to do because she has our grandson, but we can't compromise Jessica with the flu because it's going to be a hell of a lot harder time on her than for anybody else. So if you have sick, or you know you're sick, or you've been around people sick, just have common courtesy for other people. I know I would hate to be the one to go in public and then find out some stranger ended up in the hospital, or even worse, dead, which people die of the flu every year because I decided I need to go out and be in public. You know, and it's the same with coworkers. If you're sick, stay home. I know some people say they can't because their boss is an a-hole or whatever, but seriously, you don't know who you're going to infect with it or the cause of it.
Yeah.
Just be courteous. You have anything to add on that? She keeps yawning. She's pretty tired. There's that tiredness that she was just talking about.
Like as soon as I lay my head down, I'm out.
Which is frustrating as hell for me because I have to toss and turn for an hour or two before I can go to sleep.
The only thing is, though, I fall asleep quick, but I wake up and then I can't go back to sleep. So.
It's like I get the first shift. No, you get the first shift of sleep. I get the second shift of sleep. So anyways, that's about all that's been going on, you know, with her cancer. As the videos progress, you know, we'll touch more about the past and obstacles that she's dealt with because it has been a hell of a ride. You know, better than some, worse than other journey.
It's a journey.
It's a journey. So I don't know if you caught Tuesday's vlog. Jessica was filling in for Derek. Again, he's dealing with sickness in his home. So we kind of touched on the angels that we have, talking about them. And we briefly talked about this room that we're in. A lot of the stuff we have in here, there's a lot of happy stuff, there's a lot of cool stuff, and there's a lot of negative juju items in here. Damn, we're gonna yawn again, huh?
I'm good.
So after we did the vlog, I was laying in bed and I'm doing my editing, and was it last night you noticed the angels, or was it this morning? It was last night. They have completely turned, facing each other. In that time, in that 40 minutes we were in this room, have shifted and faced each other, and then that other one was cockeyed out a little bit more. And then we were saying how this room, nothing ever happens in this room. And this is probably the third time in these videos that I've mentioned nothing happens in this room. And when we leave this room, my door in this room stays shut 24/7. Unless we're in here, it stays shut. It always has. It's muscle memory to shut the door. And last night, at some point, I woke up and from our bed is a straight shot to this room, and the door is open. And I'm like, that's a little fucking weird. And so I got up and came in and shut the door. Go ahead and tell me
But it was weird because I was laying awake before that, and I just happened to look, and I saw the door was open, and I kind of felt uneasy about it. I was just kind of like, that's weird, because I don't see that door open. And so I just kind of felt uneasy about it. And then, so I laid back in bed, and then all of a sudden Michael looks up and sees the doors open and comes and shuts it. And I was just like, that's really weird that we both noticed it.
It was random, and why I woke up and noticed it, I don't know. But you also had a nightmare.
Yeah.
Which woke you up.
Yeah.
And then, so you're already frightened about the dream.
I was already like scared about the dream, and so when I saw the door open, I was just kind of like, oh.
In which is just an open door in itself isn't scary, but the incidences that we've had here lately, they seem to be getting stronger. It's like since we've been talking about it more, and Derek and I's been talking about it more, it seems like it's getting stronger. And it's nothing evil. I don't feel a negative presence, but it is just odd to see that door open.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. I know you guys probably think we're crazy,
weird.
but it's very odd. And I know we shut it on the way out, because we always flip the light and shut it, and make sure it's shut. And this room is kind of a private room. We don't, when people come over, they don't come in here. A lot of people don't even know what this room looks like. So there's no activity coming in and out. Our son doesn't come in here at all. So it was a little strange. But we'll see if it happens again tonight.
Especially for us both to notice it about the same time.
About the same time, like something's wrong. Something's off. I guess it's time to sage this room again.
I guess so.
We have to do it fairly often just to keep any bad juju away. Does the room make you feel uneasy in here?
No.
See, it doesn't me either. To me, it's just objects. Does any of the creepy stuff make you feel uneasy?
No. I just look at the fun stuff.
The fun stuff. Wow. So what do we got going on this upcoming week?
Not much.
I don't think we really have any set in stone plans. She'll have chemo Friday, which Friday she'll be in bed.
Go to bed.
Most of the day. Saturday and Sunday will be iffy on how you feel. I don't think we have much going on. I do have a carload of stuff I want to get donated. Get that out of the way. So we got a little bit more time for the vlog. So let's jump into some of your issues.
Okay.
So let's talk about symptoms that you've had from your treatment. Like the nosebleed.
Yeah, with Avastin, I get nosebleeds, headaches, lower back pain. You can get high blood pressure, but I'm on blood pressure medicine.
Do you get the fuzzy eyes?
Yeah, I got fuzzy eyes sometimes. Sometimes I get a little dizzy.
On the nosebleeds, they're not always bad, but we did have a incident where it was bad and you had to go to the hospital.
Didn't want to stop.
It continued on and I can't handle blood at all. I will wrangle an alligator and pick up a rattlesnake before I can deal with blood. I'm one of those that see blood and I pass out, cold out. Some of you watching this have seen it. So she has this nosebleed and I'm trying to be the man and take care of it, but I can't. Shit's just tunneling in on me, so we have to call our neighbors to come over, which both of them work in the emergency field. And so our neighbor, she took Jessica to the hospital because there's no way I can drive as she's trickling. And once she got settled in the hospital, I went up there and did it. But that was pretty nerve-wracking.
I would say the only bad symptoms that I've had was after one chemo, it would make me have flu-like symptoms, and that was probably the worst.
Do you remember what that chemo was?
Was it Gemzar?
Gemzar.
I think so. But it would make me achy and it wasn't good.
It's funny when you say that because I remember the name, but I can't remember what you were on at what time.
Yeah.
All kinds of fades in. 'Cause there was what was the one they said was supposed to be real light on you?
That might have been it.
And it was hell.
Yeah.
But what was the nickname? Red Devil.
Oh, that was Doxil.
The Doxil.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, you started that Doxil, and then you ended up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Because your
My
numbers dropped.
were tanking.
With her, they're like, okay, this chemo is going to be rough on you. It's going to be rough. It's going to knock you down. And it's like she seems to breeze right through it. And then they get a chemo. It's like, okay, this is going to be real gentle on you. There's hardly any side effects. Hardly anybody has issues. And she ends up in the hospital. So now when I hear it's going to be a rough one, I'm like, bring it. She can handle that one.
Yeah.
And you were in the hospital, I think, was it 3-4 days? You had to have platelet transfusions, of course, your standard IV fluids, antibiotics, because you had an infection. They just didn't know where it was. So that was kind of scary, unsettling.
We made it.
But she makes it. I think I worry more than you do.
Yeah.
On stuff like that. But somebody has to.
Yeah.
Somebody has to have that worry to keep you safe, if that makes any sense. What else have you had wrong? There's been a few of them. It's really hard to remember some of this.
With the one I'm on now, I had that tummy trouble. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
That was bad.
It gave her diarrhea. And it was really, really bad and lasted for days.
I mean, it was so bad I would just like cry because it hurt so bad.
And again, for her to shed a tear over pain it just doesn't happen. But yeah, that was. So what did they do with that? They took you off it for a minute.
Took me off, and then I got on steroids.
And that's leveled things out. Steroids are a pretty good drug. I mean, she has to take steroids with the chemo. Our daughter has autoimmune hepatitis, which I like to say, it's not anything like you think. I hate the word hepatitis because people think junky, needles. It's not that. It's an autoimmune disease that attacks her liver. But to counter that, she has to take steroids. And believe me, if you've never dealt with somebody on steroids, roid rage is real. Now, she doesn't flip out like you think, but she gets very irritable, and things that normally don't get on her nerves gets on her nerves. So my son and I try to walk on eggshells so we don't piss her off. No, it's really not that bad. But I mean, there is a change in you where you are more irritable, but you're not verbally irritable. We see it all in expressions. Yeah, that's how we know. But it's been a journey,
Yeah.
It's been rough at times, but also, I mean, we've seen worse with people, and chemo reactions. And so when you're in chemo, what do? You're sitting there in the chair, you're all hooked up. Tell them what it's like for you to be in the chair hooked up.
Well, like they'll pump you full of like Benadryl and steroids, and so it makes you really tired. Pretty much everyone takes a nap. It's like the best nap you've ever had.
When the steroids and the Benadryl kick in, it's kind of my favorite part because I'm not always able to go there for her treatments, but she'll text me. And if you've ever gotten drunk texts from people, that's what it's like for her. So a lot of her texts I got to decode, and that's when I know the Benadryl. She don't even have to tell me that they've pre-med. It's like I can tell by her text messages at that point.
Yeah.
Which is comical. We'll have to save some sometime.
Read
them off, because some of them are pretty hilarious. So, all right. Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. Just
these ones go so quick.
find something positive in every day.
Every day. Let's start something new. Let's say something positive about our days.
Okay.
So what's something positive for you today?
Um, it was a pretty easy day at work today, I must say. I had to like train some people, so my phone didn't ring a whole lot, which is good. So
I didn't get any cancellations today.
there we go.
At work, I have to go to people's houses, and this time of year, you get a lot of cancellations, and I didn't have a single one today, so that was nice to have a full day
That's
in
awesome.
there today. So then we came home and made dinner.
Yep.
Watched a couple of vlogs. We like to watch Adam the Woo.
Mhm.
Shout out to Adam the Woo and Jacob the Carpetbagger.
Mhm.
And who else do we watch? Matt and Nat.
Jordan the Lion.
Jordan the Lion. Jordan the Lion actually is what got me inspired to try to do vlogs.
Mhm.
Because he clearly has fun doing it. And we did try doing vlogs. If you scroll back in the videos on this channel, you know, my daughter and I and my son primarily would try to do vlogs, but we kind of live in an area where there's not that much cool stuff as you see in cities. And so you really have to dig at things. But him and Adam the Woo were the ones that
Mhm.
that inspired me to do this.
And we find such cool things to do on these vlogs, like, you know, places we want to visit, and because
Yeah,
they kind of go and they kind of tell you, you know, thumbs up or thumbs down,
right.
and we're like, hey, that looks really cool. Let's go check it out.
We do a lot of traveling. We have done a lot of traveling over the 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome to see these vloggers that have been doing vlogs for so long, but then finally go to something we've already been to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, we got an upper hand on them on that one. But no, yeah, we discover a whole hell of a lot of cool stuff to do. So we're constantly adding to our bucket list of stuff to do because of vlogs.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to warmer weather so we can do some
Yeah.
more outdoor travel vlogs, camping vlogs, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We got our first camping trip coming up in 2 months. Slowly but surely we're getting there.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite vlogger?
Mm.
I'm just shooting the shit right now.
Oh,
another one we love is the Grim Life Collective
yeah.
with Michael and Jessica.
Michael and Jessica.
Go figure, right here. So if you guys are listening, we should do a vlog together. And then there's a new one, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, this escapes me, but he lives in Hollywood, Los Angeles area, and he goes around and shows all the rock and roll stuff and houses, and this happened here, and Jim Morrison this, and that one's a very cool one.
I can't say I really have a favorite. I think it's just like when Jacob the Carpetbagger rides the trains. I'm really into that. So it just depends on what they're doing, who my favorite is for the week.
That's true. But we watch them pretty much daily.
Yeah.
I prefer watching other people's vlogs over the TV, you know, or watching movies. I can sit there for hours watching vlogs, and you're like, hey, watch this movie. I'm like, I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
But if any of those are watching this or ever discovers this, free shout out. Check them out. It's very cool.
Yes.
I like weird shit too on vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
Weird shit's fun. Derek, that does vlogs with me on Tuesdays, he's into weird shit too. He's always showing me weird shit, but it's fucking funny, so it's good. What else you want to talk about? We've been kind of unprepared this week with the vlogs on setting a constant conversation. It kind of snuck up on us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of got a little bit out of routine. So
We'll get back there.
we'll get back there and they'll get better.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just got to shoot the shit and fall in the groove, right?
Yeah.
That's right. All right, everybody. Well, we do appreciate everybody that's been watching and liking, and feel free to leave us comments. Share it with your friends. Let's help blow this thing up. Like I said with Jessica, we primarily want to talk cancer stuff.
Mm-hmm. Just bring awareness and
Bring awareness into it, and you know, you never know. Somebody watching this is going through something different, and we can learn from them. They can learn from us, and you know, all you men and women that are taking care of your spouses, it's the same thing. You know, you guys go through some shit with it too. It's not always easy.
mm-hmm.
You know, emotions go high, our feelings get hurt at times, and we got to remind each other or remind ourselves that's not you. It's the treatments. It's the cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the not feeling good. You know.
Yeah.
It's not easy on you. It's not easy on me. But somehow you and I make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So usually she rolls her eyes and I leave. Leave her alone. I pick up on the signs. Even when she says, no, I didn't. And I'll tell you, if you ask your spouse what's wrong, they say nothing, nothing, nothing. Something's wrong. They just don't want to tell you at that moment. So just let it go. Let it go. Save yourself and let it go. Am I right or am I right?
But sometimes nothing can be wrong and you're just kind of in a blah mood or something.
This is the argument we have. It's not really an argument. It's like, no, you're out of character. Something's going on. It's the same as couples. Like, where do you want to eat? I don't know. Where do you want to eat? What sounds good to you? I don't know. What sounds good to you? Goes back and forth.
Okay.
So, but anyways, thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any final words for them?
Just have a good week and make it a good one. Find something good in it.
Stay positive. Don't dwell on all the negative stuff.
Mm-mm.
All the negative crap going on in the world. A lot of it sucks. We understand. But at the same time, you got to live your life. When you get too wrapped up in anything, you're not living and you're forgetting to live. So
Yep.
go out there and live life. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week.
Yep. Bye.